Hello, you gorgeous, beautiful, magnificent, amazing human being. It's Miss Bubbles. Today is my birthday, so I'm all about giving and I just want to call you freaking gorgeous. Now, if you're here because you want to know all about my time at Sandrock, then just skip on over. But before we start, I need to say one word to my wonderful community. I just want to say thank you so much. We're at 6,000 bubblies. I still do not understand, of all the people in the world, why you would want to know what I have to say. Why you want to hear me ramble and talk and say things that make no sense and make horrible rhymes and terrible jokes, and you're still here. The only thing that I can say is thank you so much for being here. If you want to see more from me, make sure to just look at my subscription box. Description box, not subscription box. Look at my look at my description box so you can find the links to my Twitter and Instagram, because I post more things over there that I don't usually post over here. Without further ado, let's get to the video. It's of no surprise, after falling in love with My Time at Portia, my hype for the sequel was through the roof. And if you're like me and you're new to the franchise, I can safely say My Time at Sandrock has plenty to offer. The question is though, is this game the one for you? In this episode of Before You Buy, I'm gonna share with you 5 things that you absolutely must know about this game to decide if it's worth your bubbly cash, and we're gonna wrap it up with some beautiful tips that will help you get started. Let's begin with the presentation here, and if you're asking, yes, you can customize your character. There's plenty of attention to detail in this, from your name to your birthday to even your hairstyle, which in turn is separated into different sections, like how long you want the back of your hair to be, as long as the style and length of your bangs. You even get to customize your eye shape, their color, skin color, ears, nose, facial hair, voice, and more, with different sliders to use. When you're done, your character will be arriving at Sandrock, and the first thing you'll notice is the desert biome, along with the music that goes hand in hand with the vibe that the devs are encouraging. Sandrock, as the name suggests, is all about sand and deserts and rocks and cacti and all of that. So it's very different from My Time at Portia. You're gonna find yourself surrounded by brownish colors, but then notice the contrast in the colors of the bushes, flower trees, and buildings, and this extra pop of color definitely helps the world break from the intense brown aesthetic. So this town is on top of an old metropolis and is known for having lots of scraps that the townsfolk use, and water is extremely important here, as well as trees. This minor detail helps you connect with the people of Sandrock and appreciate the work that they have to do to preserve what they have. Moving on to the story, which is also tied into the presentation here, you're one of the 2 builders who accepted a contract to come to Sandrock and become fledgling builders in hopes of helping it get back to its former glory. In my opinion, everything here looks so much better than what it did in My Time at Portia. I love the added attention to detail, like the shadows and the textures, as well as the wind physics, sunset atmosphere, tumbleweed just going about in the world. You can even experience sandstorms where you need to use sand gear to protect yourself. Make sure to clean your machines from dust afterwards, but you also have to be wary of bad monsters that come out. Moving to the music, and I really loved it here. One of the tracks reminded me of Barnyard, a PlayStation 2 game that just, this whole thing made me so nostalgic about it if you played that game. I just love this soundtrack. So yeah, you have this chill, beautiful music when you're out and about, and then a more energetic track when fighting, but that one got a little bit too repetitive very quickly for me. Apart from that, the sound effects get the job done and definitely help you feel immersed with the tasks that you're completing. As for voice acting, while some scenes are voice acted, some suddenly switch to silent lines, but I think the devs are slowly working on these.
Don't think of me as your boss. Think of me more as, a buddy. That's your, supervisor.
However, it's safe to say that the current sound acting right now is good. You're not gonna see like anything emotional and all over the place and you're gonna get mind blown. It's just very simple, and again, just like sound effects, it gets the job done. Another thing that I want you to take a look at is the menu here, which I feel fits the vibe of this game perfectly. I really liked it. I felt like it fits the story, and with all the blues that are going here and the stars, you just get different tabs there to see your character's gear and equipment, inventory, quest log, and collection books, and everything looks very beautiful and polished. You also have plenty of options in the settings to help you run the game on your PC however you want it to be, so if you feel like your PC can't handle it, you can just tweak some things to make things better for you. But the thing that bothered me the most is the annoying notice on the top right corner that says early access version does not represent the final product. I know this is an early access. I don't need you to tell me all the damn time. Another thing that needs work are the loading screens. At the moment, the initial loading screen is pretty long, but you also sit through many of those every time you enter and exit buildings, which gets frustrating, and you're gonna be doing that quite a lot. As for the bugs, I didn't see anything game breaking or I didn't see any crashes, thank the Lord. What I did experience are some lags here and there, which did give me some heart attacks because I was like, please don't crash right now. And then my camel was floating on people and trees, which was hilarious to see. Devs, camels, horses, they're not supposed to fly or float. Moving to the next 4 points, and they're gonna be all about gameplay, and this will definitely help you figure out if this game is gonna be the one for you. Now, if you played My Time at Portia, then you know that this franchise is not just about farming. Yes, you can plant crops and fertilize them, make sure that they're planted in the right season and taken care of. However, in my opinion, I love these games because of their emphasis on crafting. So as a new builder in town, you have to prove yourself and show what you're made of. That's why the second you start this game, they're going to teach you how to make your own pick hammer, name your workshop, and get to work on the work table and start digging through scraps to find materials. In addition to that, you also have an assembly book to acquire blueprints that you can build. At first, you're gonna have a few of those, but then as you donate data disks to Chi at the research center, you can unlock more of them, but keep in mind that each time you want to unlock one, you're gonna have to wait a certain amount of days. To give you a small idea of what you can build, you have things like the grinder, recycler, backstage drop, a dew collector, and more. And speaking of dew collectors, water is crucial in running your machines. Not only do you need to individually fuel your machines, but you also have to make sure that water is full in your tank because it's also required to make sure everything is working smoothly. And as a builder, you of course have missions tied to the commissions board where you'll find requests from different NPCs. Completing these within a limited time gives you money, XP points, relationship bonus points, and workshop reputation, and that in turn lets you participate on Saturdays and Sundays in something called item inspections, and you can win prizes. You'll also be qualified to monthly as well as yearly prizes if you're in the top 3 builders. Besides your machines, you'll also have your house to decorate however you want. You can rotate items, you can place furniture, which you can buy, build, or earn, and place them wherever you want to. You also get to expand the land and go bigger, which all adds to the flexibility you get here, and you even access a shop. I think it's called like construction something, and you can go crazy with whatever you want to do with the exterior of your house. Finally, in this section, I want to briefly talk about the RPG elements in this game. Now, these are presented through a knowledge tree where the more you do something, the more points you get to allocate wherever you'd like. For example, the more you gather, the more points you unlock, and then you can use those to get maybe HP or stamina points. Or the more you socialize with NPCs and earn points, the more you're able to choose how much XP you earn in the future to level up quickly. Now, we talked about the importance of crafting in this game, but you have to keep in mind that you're not gonna find all of your resources just floating around in Sandrock. On the contrary, sometimes you have to go into the ruins by buying a pass that you can get for a week, and you have to go through different levels to gather different materials. As I said, every level will grant you something different. So for example, in the salvage ruins, the first floor offers copper, but around the 4th or 5th floor, you start to get tin ore. You can also find data discs, which you can give to Chi in return for blueprints, but you can also find relic fragments, and these can be donated to the museum. This aspect is very fun, and I think it's done much better than My Time at Portia. And just like My Time at Portia, you can make use of your scanner to kind of see where everything is. So you're gonna be looking for relics, but you're also gonna be looking for exits so you can go to the next level. However, the exits can be almost impossible at times to find, so I hope the devs just make it a little bit simpler. Additionally, monsters can be found in the ruins, and fighting them will give you resources. Now, of course, you're gonna have other monsters and animals in the world that you can find to get various materials, but you also have the more aggressive ones that are in the ruins. And to fight them, you have 4 weapon types: the spear, sword and shield, daggers, and a sword. I went with the daggers. I always choose them because they're very quick. And naturally, you can upgrade these to become better in combat, and you can also equip different clothes to get better defense or attack points or other points. However, the combat feels very clunky and heavy. It's just not smooth, and I mean, I get it, this game is not a fighting game, but I just found myself mindlessly mashing the button, so it's not that, engaging, even though you do have the dodge, but yeah, it can do a little bit better. The next thing that you need to know is squish that like button if you're enjoying this video, because it will grant you more XP. Like, I talked to the devs and they said it's gonna happen. And if you don't want to do it because of that, like, come on, do it for my birthday, like, it's my birthday. Let's get to 100 bubbly likes, all right?
The desert isn't kind to the fragile.
On a serious note though, let's jump to the NPCs. Sandrock offers you lots of characters to meet, from ones you can be friends with to others that can become your significant other. You can gift them gifts they like and slowly build a connection with them, and then you can take them on a date and play mini games, eat with them by guessing what their favorite dishes are, and more. You also get a social book to keep track of everybody's likes and dislikes, birthdays, and a bit about their background stories, as well as an album edition, which kind of saves like special story moments that you can replay whenever you want. In my opinion though, I feel like the NPCs can use some work, but I feel like every character was kind of attached to a stereotype. It just didn't feel original. When you play this game, you'll understand what I'm talking about, so I hope they can bring a little bit more oomph to the characters. The town is the heart and soul of Sandrock. I love how everybody works as a community and is just connected together, but they also have to deal with troublemakers trying to destroy the harmony in Sandrock. There are plenty of shops to go to, like the general store, tailor shop, hair parlor, museum, the Church of Light, research center, ranch, and more, and I like that the NPCs interact with the world. For example, they can go to the restaurant at night and chill, or maybe go to the game center and play some games. I really like that the devs took the time to make these shops and make the town just feel lively and full instead of just be empty and boring. They even went to the extent of using festival items to decorate the town for the corresponding occasion.
Help me out!
Now let's go to the question that you came here for. Is this game the one for you? We're gonna go by this game is for you if, not for you if, and my personal verdict. This game is 100% for you if you've loved My Time at Portia and are looking for a sequel and more things to do. This one does everything that was successful beforehand and adds that extra oomph. It's also for you if you want to be part of the feedback that the devs receive and have your ideas heard. This game is for you if you're new to farming RPGs, because I feel like it's easy enough to get you started. It's for you if you're looking for a farming game that is in a new setting and has different challenges for you to handle, like as we said, the sandstorms. This game is for you if you love both crafting and social sim aspects. And finally, this game is for you if you want to lightly enjoy the farming genre but focus more on crafting and then adding in that zest of fighting. However, this game is not for you if you think you're here for like an RPG fighting game. Like, please no, this is not the game. That's not what these games are about. This game is also not for you if you already did not have a good time with Portia. I don't know why you think this would be like massively different. Yes, it is a bit different, but the core mechanics are still here. And yeah, another reason why this game is not for you is if you get easily tired of grinding for new materials, you might not have a good time with this. As for my verdict, I love this game so freaking much. I adore it. I'm honestly obsessed. I found myself wanting to play this every single day. I was a little bit not here for a while because I was just playing this game non-stop. I love the grinding aspect, which is actually much easier than what it was in my time at Portia. I love the world and the graphics and everything in my time at Sandrock. I like that you're always progressing. There's always a new story element that you're finding here, and you're always trying to do something else, so you can sink so many hours and have a wonderful time. Now, if you enjoyed what I said about this game, let's breeze through some spoiler-free tips that will help you get started. Hold the left click on the mouse to gather stone and wood. Don't keep hitting it individually. I did that and that was dumb. Make sure you sleep before 12 to keep your stamina points on point. In the menu, use toggle sprint. Don't leave it on hold. On the 20th of every month, a mysterious man will visit the town. He has some really nice goodies like the larger storage, so I recommend you remember that. For the first 7 days, the general store will have everything 50% off as a gift for you, so use that. If you run out of inventory space, you can buy individual slots. Each one is 10 goals. You can change the game speed to play however you want and at your own pace. Take advantage of talking to NPCs for the first time because they'll always have a gift for you, except for a few ones who are just naughty. Bad. They're not gonna give you anything. Don't forget to recycle your scrap to get more materials. Look around the world because some nooks and crannies have hidden chests with valuables in them. And more about chests, you can make some to use as storage, but if you have many, you don't have to go and open them one by one to sort stuff. You can click on the top arrow and just quickly move between them. Make use of power stones because, as I said, your machines need fuel, and to get power stones, you can find them in the ruins by breaking these vessels. Make 2 recyclers, 2 furnaces, 2 of whatever you want, even 3, 4, 5, go crazy because you'll be making a lot of new items. Check the map for new quests, and if there aren't any, just move on to the next day. Use all of your stamina before you go to bed, and similarly with your machines, try to keep them working and making different items because you never know when a commission or request might need them, and then you're just going crazy because you don't have them. Open up the basic toolboxes because they have good items for you. Are you getting My Time at Sandrock, or are you gonna wait for the full release? Let me know. I love talking to you in the comment section. Thank you to my lovely patrons for making videos like this happen. Thank you for watching, and a special shout out to Justin and Faye. And it's my birthday, so squish that like button as a gift from you to me. You know, like I gave you a gift, like for, you know, I gave you bubbles today, so you need to give me a gift and squish the like button. All right, as always, stay bubbly, stay positive, and I'll see your gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, amazing self in the next one. Bye.